I go by the name of J. John Henry, Javerny John, or Jerusalem to most. From Burn Rubber, most people know me from Burn Rubber. I manage the joint, or they know me for my eye patch, maybe a scuba suit. So many definitions, man, but sneakerhead to me is someone who furthers the culture of sneaker fashion or shoe fashion. No, I'm not furthering the culture at all. I'm just in the community. I'm in the sneaker community, I feel like. Okay. In contrast, I feel like there are like leeches, you know what I mean? People that are like latched on to the community that will hurt it and have hurt it, but and I would like to I'll call them like hype beasts or something like that, but it's like it's two sides to that coin too, so like they can help it as well. I inserted my damn self into the community, really. It's like, you know, most of our upbringings are the same or similar. We get shit that we like when we were younger because we couldn't get it when we were at that age, you know what I mean? So once I got of age and I started to figure out how to make money, I started to procure some of the things that was lost to me as a kid. Well, I feel like the culture like made way for the community. You know, it had to be a culture for everybody to kind of come to commune, to be up under one umbrella. You know what I'm saying? If you feel what I'm talking about. Air Force One, man. Air Force Ones always. I have a true deep rooted love for Air Force Ones, especially. I'm from Pearson. Yeah. 1-800-7 Deuce, all of that. And Air Force Ones kind of were like the pinnacle of like the freshest shit that you could do. Yeah, my favorite Air Force One is the Lux, the Air Force One Lux, which I'm wearing one. And then my satchel right here. I will unsheath the second pair of the same motherfucking shoe, right? And so these came out 05. I was in 11th grade. They was $350. They was made in Italy, or they made in Italy. And this shoe, I remember going to like Athlete's Foots and you know, it was not even Foot Lockers. It was a boutique shoe. So like Puffer Reds had them, you know what I mean, up in Ipsy. But yeah, it's made like a Gucci, you know what I mean? And that, so like the dope boys and just people that was super fresh had these shoes when I was growing up, and I took a liking to them instantly, you know what I mean? Just this shoe in general. It's a little bit of both. The design aspect is crazy. The shape of it, it stands, you know, it stands the sands of time, you know, pretty tight. It's Lux materials, so I can beat these bitches up. I literally had them shit since I probably got them in like 07, maybe 08. You know what I mean? I had this pair first. This is a size 11. This one I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing, and I stopped wearing socks. Now I got 10.5. You feel me? But it's a tank. You know what I mean? Like if you with minimal care, it's gonna hold up forever for you. Yeah, it's really, I can go on, but it's a little bit of both. So that's the design aspect, but with it's holding a place in my heart. It's just it was one of the freshest things you can do. And even though it's a black Air Force One, and I don't rob and steal and kill, but it's just a black. You can kind of equate it to a black leather loafer. You know what I mean? Just because of how well it's made. Oh, that's easy. So it was probably around 2005 or 2006. These were definitely still in the store at this time. It was we was going to Athlete's Foot. This was with me. I'm gonna tell you the cats that was there. Me, Say It Ain't Tone, Big Sean, the homie B Wash, finally famous members. You know what I mean? So this is when the Easter egg Air Force Ones came out, and this is the 06s, so it's 05 and 06. So the Easter egg Air Force One 06 patent leather joints. It was some cat there. Now this story is one of the worst endings of all time because we all got. You know, our money was, we all got our money stolen. But so how the story goes is, it was a cat there. They probably had the Athlete's Foot on Grand River and Greenfield. Rest in peace. It was a cat. I think his name was P. Let's just call him P. They probably had 10 pair. You know what I mean? So if you're familiar with the area, it was this store called Detroit Authentics. It used to have shoes. They used to tax. They was one of the first places that used to get shoes and resell them. They used to go to out of state because Air Force Ones used to be regional. And they used to go to different states and cities and grab Air Force Ones, bring them back to the city and resell them. 350, 400, 550. And this is like 05, 06. People couldn't understand it. The Grand River and Greenfield Athlete's Foot had the Air Force Ones. They probably had about 10 pairs. So we had went, if they come out on Thursday, we had went Wednesday, like, yo, what I gotta do to get these Air Force Ones? Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo is a Detroit thing too. But what I gotta do to get these forces? Dog, like, man, just give me the money. I got y'all, come back tomorrow. You feel me? So P collects the cheese. I think they was 130. He probably charges 150. He collects the cheese up from me, Shine. I don't know if Tone did, but because Tone ended up getting the forces. I think he got them from Mr. Allen's. But he collected us some cheese from us. Boom, we come back the next day. P in there. He like, man, I got y'all. It's too easy. Now, so it's a gang of motorcyclists that pull up, right? German helmets. I'm talking about, you know what I mean, with the spike in the middle. Like a gang of motorcyclists whoop up, and they like, shit, where P at? You feel me? P is in the back. We had just saw him. He left us. When the German helmets pulled up, went to the back of the store, and they walked in. They bust in like, where P at? Boom. It was probably like 20 of them, 20 to 25 of them. They also paid for the Air Force Ones. They paid more than 150, clearly. And again, they had like 10 pair. You see what I'm saying? P like, yeah, man, I got y'all. This couldn't be the easiest. This couldn't be easier. P went to 7 Days West. All right, I remember vividly seeing P walk to 7 Days West. Okay, and last I heard, he lived in Toledo. He was never to be seen or heard from again.
You still have no idea where Peter's scammer was at.
P was the first scammer. No, they never got their shoes. They never got their shoes. And if I recall, I mean, me and Shine, I think we stayed there for a little minute. But, you know what I'm saying? Because we young and like, damn, I just got. You know what I'm saying? Trying to process, getting robbed. You know what I mean? Willingly getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to process willingly getting robbed. But I think the German helmets, I think they ended up getting some more shit for free. You know what I mean? Just like, well, I'm going to take this. So, you know what I mean? And if you remember JB's or Athlete's Foot, it was the same thing. If you remember that Athlete's Foot, all the Athlete's Foots was damn near Korean, except for this one in Northland, which had like, I think they were Indian or Pakistani or something like that. So the Koreans didn't want nothing to do with nobody that was in there at that time, because they was like, they about to tear this bitch up. You know what I mean? But it was just two kids that dressed pretty similar to how we dress now, and then a whole gang of hood, because it was a biker bar right down the street. You know what I mean? The Outcasts. So they like, oh, these cats from the Outcasts about to tear this bitch up. And then it's two kids that may listen to Kanye. You know what I mean? But I definitely didn't get them forces that day. But that was one of the shoes that got me really back into like shoes in general, like that '06 Air Force One Easter egg edition. It was I had to get it.